I want to talk about Lurna for a moment. I'm quite taken with this gentleman. Uh, he started off just kind of being comic. I wanted an idea that adults are the neglected species, which is why I costumed him in the kind of garb of a person who works in an office, of a businessman. I mean, he's wearing a double-breasted suit and he has a tie around his head. It's almost like a businessman has been lost in the wild. That was kind of the feel I wanted for him. And even when he gets added approval from his tribe, he's wearing more ties. And so there was kind of a comic approach to him, but I found just the way he looked at the world delightful, and I enjoyed seeing the world through his eyes. And he just seemed a perfect central metaphor for all the films. And just bringing him along to each of the other films gave him this nice through line, this nice connection. And personally, I just enjoy playing him. He's an awful lot of fun to play because he just has this wide-eyed appreciation for the world and for learning that I wish we all had. And I think that all adults can have if you touch on those individual things that Knowles talks about connecting them with their life and past experience and their connection with their different social spheres and all of those things. If you can connect an adult to learning, I think they can have the excitement for it that Lurna does. And it's why I think Lurna was so important to these, and why Lurna is going to continue to be the star of these films, because he looks at the world in a way that I think we all can and we all should. It's been said that you have to suffer for your art, and I think everyone does. Sadly, I suffered a good bit for these films as well. And in thinking of that, every home video show that's I've ever seen on television seems to specialize in pain and suffering. I decided I needed to have my own pain and suffering section as well.
I think Lurna is allergic to his own hair. I could be wrong, though.
I've got to sneeze. Excuse me.
Shot 9. This is pre-shot 9 called Lurna Gets Stuck in the Brambles. Should be a quick one here. This is 17. Hopefully the bug spray I just put on will save me from being everyone's dinner. Wow, it's been bad today. Shot the last, take 2, and I better do it fast. I'm down to 9 minutes. Oh, forgot my jacket. Haha. Looks nasty. Ah. Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm glad I have a tetanus shot. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Now that my foot is pierced, I'll have a lasting memory of this. Ow! I can't believe that went through my foot. That really hurt. And of course it's on tape. Lovely. Ow. I was going to see if I can stop the bleeding in my foot.
What's in the future? Well, more of these films and more with Lurna. The Lurna Chronicles, as I've started to call this series, I think has many more steps, and I'm not sure I know where all the other steps are at this point. I knew there there's 3 theorists I wanted to cover originally that are definitely going to get the Lurna treatment. I want to cover Mesereau and Delos and Freire, possibly in the same piece. I've been messing with an idea of grouping them together using the Frankenstein myth as the central metaphor. It should be interesting, but their theories have a lot of connections with each other, and I think it might be fun to put them in the same piece and see how that works. I'm toying with that being a musical as well, which is one reason why that one's going to take quite a while. But it seems like every person, especially in higher education, who sees these has another suggestion for me and has another theorist that they would like for me to cover. Spoke with a longtime friend who's working at a university down in South Florida, who mentioned about an interest in using these as part of a gerontology program. And I think it's very interesting. But he also had mentioned other theorists to me that he thought that this series should cover. So it's giving me more ground, more ground to cover, more theorists learn, which is the whole point of this, is increasing my knowledge of adult learning, and really increasing my interest in pursuing more adult learning. I fit that model of andragogy. You have to tie it to me personally to really get me invested in it. And sometimes it has to be more than just getting those magical letters PhD after my name. The section of the films that I get the most comments about, well, other than the tap dancing through paint, is the archery sequence from The Neglected Species. A lot of people tell me that's their favorite part of it, and I've been very amused by the whole you can learn anything in a montage feel of it. However, filming that was perhaps more entertaining than the montage itself. I was having endless problems with the bow and arrow that I was using. I actually do know how to shoot an arrow, but you wouldn't know it from looking at these clips.
Carefully now. Oh. I should save that one for later. That was just funny. Alright, forget that last one. Let's pretend it doesn't exist, shall we? Alright. This is Labor Day. Go home. Stop laboring. Alright. Take whatever. Oh. Rabbit. I'm hunting with the bow today, so as not to disturb the villagers with my rifle. The arrow. Draw it back. Okay, I've got to get an arrow that's actually going to work. See if one of these has a bigger knock on it. See, look at that. Perfect. I know how to shoot arrows. I really do. Okay, come on. Alright, here we go. More fun with archery. We all love this. These are definitely the wrong arrows for this bow. Let's see, do that. It's going to do this. Actually, we'll look on that. That's it. That's the hardest time to knock from this thing. According to the shooting script, I'm supposed to use the bow better. I think it's way more fun using it worse. Okay, that was kind of fun. Okay, that was just perfect if I could have pulled it off. Lost the tip off that one too. Being too pretty. I'm missing my shots. Okay, I actually I'm gonna have to get out of the way like crazy this time, because I'm gonna skewer myself. This is not going to be acting as I try to get out of the way of this one. That arrow might be gone. Where did it go? Oops. Let's try one more of those. It might be stuck in a tree as far as I don't think that one came down either. Finally.
As I was editing the raw footage from Triptych, my wife was kind of watching over my shoulder, and she saw the very end of the clip where I had just done the tap dance. I did that tap dance through paint on one take. It was largely improvisational. It was hugely difficult. I threw down some very hard tap there. It was exhausting, but I was just so empowered after it was over. I was just so thrilled with it, and just felt like this is the sort of thing that I'm supposed to be doing. My wife was taken by the raw footage and said that I should definitely end this with what I had to say there. And I think it's a fine ending for this piece. Thank you so much for watching the inquiries and for letting me share my process with you. Oh my gosh, was that fun?